Hello teacher, in the video I will explain how to go from grams to atoms with Avogadro's number. First, you need the formula of an element, in this case H2O, and I have 300 grams of water, but I need this 2 mole. What I need is to put in a multiplication and then open parentheses, I put 1 mole of water divided molar mass and it gives me 300 grams in mole, and the result is the result is 16.66 mole. The next step to get grams to atoms is mole to molecule. In this step, you need to take this result and multiply it by the Avogadro's number, that is this. And the result is 1.00 multiplied by 10 at 25. Next step is to get atoms, but I have molecules. The molecule of water is 1.00 multiplied by 10 at 25, okay? But I'm going to separate, and I start with hydrogen, okay? Because I have hydrogen, I multiply the molecules of water of 2, because I have only 2 hydrogens, and the result is the result is 2.00 multiplied by 10 at 25. And with oxygen is the same, but with 1, because I have only 1 oxygen, okay? And the result is the same as the molecules. And it's the result is atoms. I have 2.00 multiplied by 10 20 at 25 atoms of hydrogen, and 1.00 multiplied by 10 at 25 atoms of oxygen. In the other exercise, I pass grams to atoms, but in this, I gonna pass atoms to grams. The formula that I use is NH3, and I have of hydrogen 4.58 multiplied by 10 at 23 hydrogen, but in atoms, okay? And I need 2 molecules. What I need to multiply these atoms of hydrogen of multiplied by 1 molecule of NH3 divided by 3. Why 3? Because I have 3 hydrogens, okay? And the result is the result of atoms to molecules are 1.52 multiplied by 10 at 23 molecules of NH3. Okay, now I need to pass molecules to mole. And in this case, I use the molecules that of the NH3, and I divide it by the Avogadro's number, and the result is 0.25 with two decimals. In molecules to mole, the result is 0.25 mole of NH3, and I need this mole to grams, and the process is that I put 0.25 mole of NH3 and I put a parenthesis 17 grams is the molecular mass of NH3 divided by 1 mole of NH3, and I close the parenthesis, and the result is 4.25 grams. I make another exercise. I have 30 grams of CO2, but I need that grams in atoms, okay? First, I'm going to make in mole, okay? I put the grams of CO2 and multiply it by 1 mole divided 44 gram by molecule or molecular mass. Yes, and the result is 0.29 moles. The next step is to pass these moles to molecules, and I need to put these molecules and multiply by the Avogadro's number. The result is 1.74 multiplied by 10 at 23 molecules of CO2. Next, these molecules pass to atoms, and with carbon is 1.74 multiplied by 10 at 23, and because I have in the formula only one carbon, I multiplied this on 1, and the result is the same. And with oxygen, I put the molecules multiplied by 2 because I have 2 oxygens, and the result in carbon is the same, and in oxygen is this 3.48 multiplied by 10 at 23, and I pass 30 grams of CO2 to atoms. The next exercise is sodium chloride, and I have 29 grams. and I need to pass these grains to atoms. And I put the 29 grains multiplied by 1 mole divided by the molecular mass, that is 58 grams. And the result is this: 0.5 mole. The next step is multiply this mole of sodium chloride by the Avogadro's number. And I put 0.5 multiplied by 6.022 multiplied by 10 at 23. And the result is this: 3.011 multiplied by 10 at 23. The next step is that I pass this is the molecules of sodium chloride. The next step is to pass to atom, okay? And I put the 3.011 multiplied by 10 at 23. That is the molecules of the sodium chloride. And because I have in the formula of sodium chloride, I have only one Na, I multiply by 1. That is the same. And have the same of molecules. And with chloro, I have the same because I have only one chloro. And I put and it's the same, okay? And that's it, that I get the 29 grams to atoms. This is a 3.011 multiplied by 1023 atoms of chloro and the same number of sodium. The next exercise and the last is calcium carbonate, and I have in grams 150 grams of calcium carbonate, and to pass to mole that I need atoms. First I pass to mole, and the grams I multiply by 1 mole divided by 100 of the molecular mass, and this is the result: 1.5 mole. With this mole, I put the mole 1.5 mole of calcium carbonate multiplied by the Avogadro's number, that is it. And the result is 9.033 multiplied by 10 at 23. This is the molecules, and now the last step is convert to atoms. I put the molecules with first the calcium, Um, um, because I have only one calcium, I put um, one, because I have only one calcium in the formula of calcium carbonate, and it's the same number. Next, the carbon. I put the number the molecules divided by 1 because I have only one calcium, and it's the same number. And the last is oxygen, and I put the number the molecules. And this I multiply it by 3 because I have 3 oxygens. And the result of this is this with 2 decimals is 2.70 multiplied by 10 at 24, and this is um, how I pass the calcium carbonate in grams to atoms. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 exercise. That is 4 of grams to atoms and 1 atoms to grams. Thank you, teacher.